We all said we'll get to the quarterfinal, we'll play France. Everyone said that, and that's what we did, and we get beat. And the end of the day, if you come out and people go, yeah, we done well, we had a good tournament. Well, we beat the teams that we're meant to beat. We got to the point where, right, we're going to play France, and it's a tough game, quarterfinal. Can we get through it? We have to step up now in a major tournament. You've had the past where it's a young squad, and we're not expected to win, and then we do brilliantly in the World Cup, and then the Euros. You get to it, you play Italy in the final, and we lose out there where. Both of them games we're 1-0 up, by the way, and lose both of them. And then France, we go 1-0 down, we get back into it, and still don't win the game. So he's had the moments to win it in big tournaments and doesn't do it. He's not an elite manager. It's as simple as that. Do I think it's the right decision for now? Yes, because there's no one better.
Well, he's won as many tournament knockout games during his 6 years in charge as England have done in the previous 48 years.
Right. Well, he ain't won anything.
No, nobody has since 1966.
I
the
said
point.
to Nat, if England had 10 injuries, they'd beat Iran tomorrow. If they had 10 injuries, they'd beat Wales. If they had 10 injuries, they'd beat USA. They'd probably beat Senegal without Mane every 9 out of 10. So the games that what you're saying, you're right. They've had an easy route through, and the minute they've come against a team that they shouldn't beat, they've got knocked out.
I mean, win percentages for national managers, for me, is almost irrelevant, because at the end of the day, as the stat that is glaringly obvious was 24 games against the top 10, and we've won four of them. That says to me that the manager doesn't get the best out of the players when it's a 50-50 game. When you come up against nations who are on par with you, like Croatia, like Italy, like France, we don't win. And we've got the players to win. I'm sorry, if anyone says that we haven't got the players to win their games,
but all I'll say
we've got the best players playing in the best league.
All I'll say
teams.
is this has been going on for years. It's not just Southgate. Because we haven't beaten these teams. That's the point.
I know, but...
No,
so
right. I think right now they've got the best group of players they've had for a long, long, long time.
Well, Golden Generation was talked about a decade or so ago, wasn't it?
This group of players, if you go by what Grealish is valued at, what's Mount worth? 100 million. What's Kane worth? 100 million. Rice, 100 million. Bellingham, 100 million. Saka, 100 million.
Yeah, but also football's changed in terms of how the prices of players. But I understand.
This is a golden generation now of England football players.
No, I totally agree with you.
And listen, I've
been a critic. I've been a critic of Southgate as well. I think some of his decisions have been poor. I think some of his selections have been poor. We're all entitled to those opinions, of course. I don't think there was anyone better. I don't think Thomas Tuchel would be as good as Gareth Southgate, because I think Gareth Southgate's unity that he's brought to the squad, the relationship. That's my opinion. I can say it. But the relationship that he's built with those players is so important, and that takes time to build.
Breath. Southgate and Tuchel.
In all fairness, though, when I look at Thomas Tuchel and what he achieved at Chelsea, yes, he brought them success. You're right to point out the Champions League victory. It's brilliant. But what happened to Romelu Lukaku, for example? That went wrong. Forward options have gone wrong at Chelsea, and that's the skill.
Every forward fouls at Chelsea.
Right.
You name only Drogba. Drogba's the only one who's actually been successful. It's a graveyard for strikers at Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel done a great job, and you're seeing already how hard a job that is for Graham Potter. Thomas Tuchel took over a football club who were flying, had done well, brought them success, won the Champions League, and then the owner left, and he was there to try and organise a complete mess and get through a period of time. And then the new owner comes in, they don't get on, and he gets rid of him. But Thomas Tuchel's one of the best managers in the world, and you can't even mention him in the same breath.
I agree. But I think he's a fantastic club manager. I'm not sure if he could be an international manager because he's never done it. That's the difference. But he has said he would have loved that opportunity.
There are two different jobs. I was at Wales for 3 years, and you do turn up at a game and you haven't played for 3 months, and you've got to somehow pick the best team when players have not played. You have a player that's played well in the game before. He hasn't played for 3 months for his club. You have to assess him in training, and you have to talk to him. And I think the most important bit now is the players like him. Southgate. The players like him. That's half the battle.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you care?
It's more. That's as important as being tactically good now, because the players will get you out. 4 or 5 of them don't like you. They'll get you out.
Every player likes a manager if you're playing.
But he's managed to
Madison
keep...
likes
but that's the difference, isn't it?
Grealish really likes him.
No, I think that's a slight
difference. He's got the players on side, Jamie. They're on side. Whether he's good enough to tactically manage them, I think the hard bit is getting a group of players on side right now, because player power now, they'll just get you out. Fall out with 4 or 5 of them, you are gone.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.